there? If you're there, say I am connected. The Bible speaking says the spirit of a man or a woman will sustain his infirmity, but a wounded spirit who can bear. I want you to understand that if your spirit is wounded, you can't pray. If your spirit is wounded, you can't serve. If your spirit is wounded, you can't even open your Bible and study and hear anything from God. If your spirit is wounded, you cannot fast. If your spirit is wounded, your spiritual life will not be effective. I'd like you to understand that one of the major strategies of the enemy in these last days is to wound your spirit. One of the major attacks of the enemy might not even be your finances or your business, but he wants you to serve God with a wounded spirit. Lift your hands and say, Father, heal my wounded spirit. You see, if you have physical wound, it can be seen, cured, ministered to, but there is a wound that eyes cannot see. There is a wound that nobody can notice. That wound is a wound in the spirit. Satan has placed a lot of you under his radar. And the strategy is to wound your spirit. Because he knows that when your spirit is wounded, the Bible speaking said, a wounded spirit who can bear. You can't flow in worship. You can't flow in prayer. You can't be active. You can't be serious and you cannot be effective. Satan is a master strategist at wounding the spirit of people. There are people that can't serve God today. You know the reason why? Their spirit has been wounded. There are pastors who can no longer do ministry. You know the reason why? Their spirit has been wounded. The choir members who cannot flow, they can't sing. Be anointed, the grace is there, but they cannot flow. You know why? Their spirit is already wounded. Ladies and gentlemen, you have a lot of work to do. You have to accept the responsibility to fortify your spirit, because Satan will do everything in his power to wound your spirit. Wounded people cannot function and they cannot be effective. Dangerous. Very, very dangerous to hang around wounded people because they impeach your spirit. They hinder you from being effective. Ladies and gentlemen, shout out here, here. Say after me, Lord, help me to protect my spirit from being wounded. And one of the things that will help you to protect your spirit is to fortify your spirit. That is why we began this teaching on Thursday.